At 6 o'clock, this is the regular meeting of the Millbrook Board of Trustees. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk Witt is out sick, so I will be pulling double duty here.
Winter commences.
Feel free to stop me at any time and correct me or point me in the right direction here. Okay, first order of business is roll call. Mayor Doro here, Deputy Mayor Murphy here, Trustee Buckland
Here.
Trustee Mawson
Here.
Trustee Sochi is also sick. He's going around.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was awful.
Did everyone get a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
Any changes, corrections, amendments?
No.
Can I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You had a chance to look at the vouchers yet? You want to do it at the end?
Let's do it at the end. Yeah, we'll do it at the end.
Let's make sure we come back to that.
Okay.
Okay, Legislator Houston not here. Chief,
Yes.
what's going on?
Nothing too crazy in the numbers. I wasn't able to get the ambulance numbers this month. I've been busy starting the demolition work for the new training facility that the town's letting us build on their property.
Very nice.
So I apologize for that.
No worries.
Nothing too crazy with those numbers. A little high on the EMS calls, but it's starting, like you said, it's that 6th season. People call the ambulance for that sometimes. Monthly drills, we're focusing on maydays and firefighter emergencies since we have so many new members. Anyone have any questions on the numbers? No? Excellent. That's good.
Well, not on the numbers. Are we out of the burn ban?
Yes, the state ended that, I believe, October 15th. Did
you feel like we've had enough rain to?
Yeah, good. Yeah, we've definitely had enough rain.
Last couple weeks.
Yeah, plenty of rain. Other than that, like I said, began demolition of the old Tedesco house by the town dump for a new training facility. Hopefully I'm ordering the shipping containers for that later this week. Cool. And after that, it should be moving right along. The only other thing I really have major right now, we demoed last month some new Jaws of Life. We're the 5th department in the country to demo these new tools. Much faster, much more strength to them. They're cordless like some of the other ones we have, but newer. The new rescue truck that we ordered was going to be totally cordless. And they ran a special for us since we were buying them early. Gave us trade-in value and a discount on top of that. The membership voted to purchase them ourselves to upgrade our truck. And hopefully we're going to recoup that money in donations that we're receiving for the new rescue. These are some really nice new tools to help the community, and the membership decided, instead of trying to wait when they're more expensive, to go ahead and purchase them. So, Kevin, anything I'm forgetting?
No, the only thing with those tools is the price change is going to go up
Yeah.
significantly come January 1st. So our salesman and the guy that actually comes out and services our tools, he came to us when he came out a couple weeks ago to service all our tools. He said, I got some good news, I got some bad news. And we're like, what's the good news? He goes, we can give you a really good deal on the tools that you have for trade-in value. The bad news is I'm retiring. I'm hoping to get out before January 1st. So with the whole thing going on, And we demoed those tools that night, and they were remarkable tools. The speed on them is no comparison to the tools that we had. They did a demo with the spreaders where you kind of close, open them, and close them back up. With our tools, they're able to open them once and close them. It took the new tool, went through 4.5 to 5 evolutions before that one was back to close.
Wow.
So it tells you the speed on it, and it has so much more torque on it. They're bigger tools, and that's what we've been looking for, is bigger tools.
And wireless.
And they're cordless with batteries.
Everything's wireless. So.
And yeah, he said with the new technology, with these new tools, they don't even come close to the hydraulic tools that we have on the truck, so it's obsolete. Those, all the departments out there now are getting rid of the hydraulics, and they're going to batteries.
Now, when you leave the tools on the truck, do you have to take the batteries off, and do they stay plugged in on the truck?
They stay, we leave batteries right on the tools, there's an on-off button, and then we have a battery bank. So, that's all like that.
Just one other thing I want to add, we just had 7 members graduate from the BPO class, basic exterior fire operations.
Great.
So,
Nice.
I think about 4 of them are planning to go to the interior firefighting class next.
Correct. Great. I went to a breakfast this morning with the Dutchess County Supervisors and Mayors Association, and the topic du jour was EMS, as it's been the last kind of couple months. The association came together and wrote a letter to the county to basically ask for like a county solution to the EMS issue. We haven't heard back from the county yet. I think the hope in the next maybe couple of years is that maybe there is some sort of county-wide solution, or at least maybe a bunch of towns get together. Because we're spending a lot of these towns are spending an exorbitant amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
When it's combined, you would think you would maybe get a better deal.
Yeah.
And they also mentioned that Northwell, buying new vans is coming up here, and they have an EMS division as well, so
Yes.
probably going to be some competition.
Yeah, because right now, Empress there is buying up everyone.
Right, there's literally no competition, which is not good for pricing. So more to come on that, but it's on everyone's mind still.
We might hear something next week on Thursday. We're hosting the Chiefs Council at Millbrook, and something might be brought about that. If I hear something, I'll let you know.
Perfect. Thank you. Matthew.
In the regards of the new rescue truck, every year we send out the raffle tickets to generate money for the fire department. This year we're actually sending out a brochure that is solely for the new rescue truck. So those brochure letters will be in the mail by tomorrow or Friday.
Looking forward to receiving it.
I'm sending you 3 or 4.
Sounds good.
That's all I have.
How's bingo?
I was not there. I was actually sick myself.
I heard it was busy.
decent crowd this past
Good.
Friday night.
And we have a event coming up before the next meeting, correct?
Yes, the Parade of Lights.
Excellent.
Which is on would be the next bingo. We're not
Gotcha.
doing the bingo in December.
No bingo in
We're
December.
doing that in January.
Okay.
So that's the first Friday in December.
Correct.
We're all looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That'll be great. Thanks for taking the ship on that one.
Rains.
Yep,
The reins.
Kelly Thomasula is taking that and ran with it, and she's doing great with it.
Looking forward to it. Okay. Anything else for fire? Any questions?
Are we gonna have a village of trustee float?
I don't know about
Just
that.
floating the idea.
Yeah.
Your idea, go with it.
If you wanna build one, you're more than welcome to.
Hey Chief, do you have anything to bring up that I need to stick around for? Otherwise, I have that other meeting to.
No.
Okay. Alright, thanks guys.
Thanks, Chief.
Dominic,
Thanks.
I'll talk to you, buddy.
Thank you.
Do that. Nice seeing you guys. You too.
Chief Dworkin.
All right, so for the month of October, the officers handled 174 calls for service.
24 parking summons were issued, 23 uniform traffic tickets were issued, and 1 arrest was made. Give everyone a chance to look at that. Any questions about anything?
What's with the animal complaint?
Typically they're loose dogs. I think that's what was the case in this one. It was 3 loose dogs that chased a bicyclist. Nothing
Really?
major. He didn't get bit. He was walking the owner. They didn't realize the dogs had gotten loose. So
Oh, they had a fenced in area and
Yeah.
got out.
nothing serious. All right. Under investigations, we received a complaint of graffiti to multiple businesses throughout the village. Our investigation determined that it was a juvenile who lives in the area. Approximately 12 businesses were affected. Through a coordinated investigation, we identified the juvenile. After consulting with the property owners, they decided that they would rather have an apology from the juvenile and have him clean up the defaced property, which has worked well for us as well. So, signed an officer to that detail, and since that time, the juvenile has gone around to all the businesses, made his formal apologies, and cleaned up all of the property.
Good solution.
Yeah,
Was it
worked out well.
spray paint or was
It was permanent marker.
Oh,
But it
Lord.
was on all different kinds. It was on brick. It was on, it was on utility boxes, and it was just. It was,
Just tagging, it wasn't
It was
anything,
tagging.
it wasn't anything
no, it wasn't anything.
racist or
Racist.
whatever. I just am aware of it. We just got, Arlington just got, we got an alert when I was just home about a graffiti incident that they're looking into, that they are troubled by.
Yeah, this wasn't a hate crime or anything like that. It was,
Probably
it was a juvenile. You know, a design that he had tagged, and he wanted to spread the joy. But you know, we spoke with the parents, and they were extremely helpful and committed to having him do this right, and he did.
Great.
Okay.
So everybody's
Good learning lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's lucky he's in Millbrook and not some bigger town.
October 28th, I attended the House of Worship Safety Summit held at the MJN Convention Center in Poughkeepsie. The topic was focusing on threat assessment for houses of worship, hate crimes, building safety, and development of building safety plans. It was a huge success, very large turnout. Since then, I have met briefly with Father Matt and Pastor Fiat, and we're just in the beginning stages of looking at coming up with a safety plan for the houses of worship in the village of Millbrook. More to come on that as this develops further. Any questions about that? Okay. And then the Halloween detail officers, and then linemen volunteered to work the detail. Went very smoothly. We were able to coordinate with the State Department of Transportation, I think as you all know, to put up, or to reroute traffic on 44 to avoid the big trucks coming down with all the kids, and that worked out really well. It really did reduce the traffic. It was a much safer environment for everybody. We had officers, on Franklin throughout the night to try and cross pedestrians and slow traffic. And I was out there all night. It went very well. Everything was quiet, so it was pretty successful.
Good, that's great.
Yeah, I think I got nothing but really positive feedback
Me too.
from Halloween, and the no trucks thing was great. Still following up with DOT on making that permanent. I had a call with Dee Dee Barrett and her staffer, chief of staff today, because I really had no response from DOT basically since the summer. So I'm trying to get a little help on that front. I let them know how great Halloween went as kind of like a test run, and how much really the public appreciated that. So they're looking into it right now. So hopefully we'll have some good news on that front soon.
That's
Thank
all
you,
I have.
Chief.
Very good.
Good work, thank you.
Thank you.
Deputy Mayor Murphy, highway report.
A lot of leaves.
Reports. Yeah, a lot of leaves.
A lot of fall. So this is Ethan. Residents are asked to place leaves curbside, not on sidewalks for collection. Please ensure the leaf piles do not create traffic hazards. Leaves only, no brush, grass, or debris. Materials other than leaves can damage the equipment and clog the drains. If brush is mixed with leaves, we reserve the right to remove a removal fee to the property owner. Maintenance on all lawns and mowing equipment, fix the cracks in the tennis court, repaired some sidewalks on Franklin Avenue. Where do you do that?
Maybe up near, above the library, there was a hole or something, and we fixed that.
Maintenance on the leaf vac and leaf truck. Picked up leaves daily throughout the village, 10 to 12 loads a day, which I saw them hauling all the time, and roughly 8 yards per load.
And somebody was in a, what's it called? Dinosaur costume when they were doing that. Did you
Yeah.
see that video?
That was Ethan?
Ethan.
I saw him outside.
Yeah.
Spirit Award.
Yeah. Hey.
I love it.
It looks great. It does.
It is,
But
right?
like him getting in and out of the truck was quite the spectacle. He's like and going in. Like it took him a second to readjust, and have to get the head in.
We'll have to require everybody at the highway to dress up.
Yeah, on Halloween.
Good luck.
That is so funny. Good for him.
They've been working their butts off
I've
with the
seen them.
leaves, and it's just nonstop.
Yeah.
They came by twice at our house
Bring it over to.
because we had so many.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. And then the longer trip to
Tim's,
Tim's house,
Yeah.
as opposed to having to go to Hitchcock's. It's
which is across from Canoe Hill on 82.
just nonstop.
Yeah, but and they came twice. I mean, they came twice in the same day
Yeah.
because I had one pile and then we had another run. It took us all day.
Thankfully, Tim Race is taking our leaves for free.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would be
Yeah,
we'd be in serious trouble having to figure out another solution.
Was he
Or
doing
have-
shit?
it's probably gonna mulch it.
It turns into
Topsoil.
Perfect.
So we're really lucky there.
Why isn't Thorndale doing it anymore?
It wasn't Thorndale,
Now
it
with
was
the-
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock,
Oh, Hitchcock,
and then
right,
it's for
right.
sale for.
Oh, right, yeah.
Kicked everybody,
Yeah.
kind of all external parties, no
Right,
longer have
right,
access
sorry.
there.
I
So,
was too confused.
so we're good for now.
There you go. The highway. I don't think there's anything else.
So that's about it. I mean, leaves end in end of the month. Christmas trees are
Lights.
coming next week. They're going to put up the trees, and then there's a community event to put the lights on them sometime later in the month. I think that's it for highway. Scott.
Alright. For the water, all maintenance and sampling. We replaced the curb valve on Anson Avenue. We fixed 8 water meters that were not reading. Met with reps from AT&T at the water tower in regards to putting their equipment on our tower.
I'll touch on that shortly
Okay.
too.
Shut off the water over at Alden Terrace as per the owner because the home has been vacant. And we had a water leak at the cemetery, which will be dealt with in the spring.
2.
Well, I think there's 2, but Murphy's around.
No.
So we got the water shut off there for the winter as per the church. And then come springtime, it'll be fixed. And I think what I'm gonna do in the spring as well, is we're gonna put in a meter pit out there. Currently, the meter pit that's there, we can't access because it's no bigger than an 8-inch pipe. So I think I'm gonna redo that this spring as long as our budget is still good.
It's not the church's problem.
Well, the meter is the village's,
What part of them?
as is the curb valve that's in there, considering can't access it, if something happened to that meter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just be nice if the Catholics. Then I would be so bad.
Oh, wow. Let's see what I can do on that.
Yeah, come on.
So, that's that.
All right, any water questions? Sewer.
All right, all maintenance and sampling has been done. Continuing to clean the filter beds. Had Aero Construction out, installed 312 feet of cured in place pipe on 44 in Harts Village. If you recall, that's where I had the guardrail post in the sewer main that was pulled out the month prior, so that's all been relined. We fixed 4 broken cleanouts that we found during smoke testing, and the cleanout and lateral repairs at Park were done. I also submitted all the PFAS results for the sewer plant to the state as per our permit. It was due January 1st, so that's all been done. And I met with Time Bond a few times for the sewer plant upgrade.
PFAs.
Yes.
Do you know the results? Do we know the?
I have them. I don't remember off the top of my head. There's a whole litany of them. It's like several pages.
Anything you can speak to off the cuff in terms of?
Nothing that's alarming.
Okay.
I mean, there's no limits. Our new permit, I think, has some limits on it, but this was as part of the permit that is still, I believe, in action. So it was, we had to do it quarterly. Then we had to step through that. They have a whole, like a survey type things on their website that you just go in and fill out and you submit all the results to that. Our new permit's gonna have it, still have it quarterly, but I won't have to submit it to this particular website. But, that was just all monitoring stuff.
It's an interesting topic these days.
It is. The interesting thing is, and again, I don't have the results in front of me, but I know from the water side, we do that every year. We have no defects on the water, but I know there's stuff in the sewer. So it's not coming from the water.
Interesting. PFAs are forever chemicals.
Yeah. They're in all kinds of plastics.
Yeah.
And
Teflon.
The list on a piece
Yeah.
of paper is.
Teapot.
Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
They all have them, like us.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Just in terms of sewer, I had a call with Tig and Bond and the DEC today. We had applied for WQIP grant back in the spring to help get some funding for the new wastewater treatment plant. And we didn't make it this round, so we're gonna reapply again next year. This call was to discuss kind of what wasn't there, and it's a very archaic and bureaucratic process where there's all sorts of attachments and different things you need to include in these applications. And Tig and Bond handles the application for us. And so we had originally submitted an engineering report for the new wastewater treatment plan, and then there was an amended report. DEC has both of those things. Tig and Bond failed to attach this old engineering report, which didn't have certain requirements met, like a stamped engineer, kind of very bureaucratic stuff. And because of that, we didn't qualify for this round. So that was upsetting. Aaron from Tig and Bond was unhappy about it, and so was I. But we know better for next time. And this round, they didn't know about our bronze certification for Climate Smart anyway. God bless you. So including that for the next round will make us even more, I think, competitive. They really want us to reapply again. I think that's a good thing, but so we didn't get it this time. We'll reapply again in spring 2026. So
I mean,
we'll go from
it's
there.
not a bad thing, you know, because then we may find out more, you know, in the process of doing it. And it's, you know, failure sometimes is a blessing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So it,
Lesson
you know,
learned.
and yeah, you never know.
And then just to go back to something that Scott had said with AT&T, AT&T had reached out to me probably back in February to put a cell tower on the water tower. Basically right now, Verizon and T-Mobile, they pay around a little over $3,000 a month for us, which is a nice source of revenue. AT&T's initial offer was like $1,000 or something. So I was like, absolutely not. So we've been going back and forth for the last 11 months, and they recently provided us a pretty decent offer, which we haven't accepted yet, but it should meet, it will at least be $3,000 per month. So they then reached out to Scott to come look at the water tower to see if that's an appropriate spot for there.
And this would be in addition to the,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. So more to come on that, just early phases still, but they've come up a lot over the last 11 months, so that would be another nice source of revenue for the village.
Yeah, the one couple of things that if this goes through, that they're gonna bump that fence out. That's currently there, that basically shields everything from view. I just told them to make sure, because there's a berm there that was put in 20-something years ago, so when the water tower overflows, it doesn't run down in the back of what was Mr. DeSantis' house, which is now Joe Rochfort's house, but because it directs it to a catch basin. So I made them aware of that, so that nothing gets interfered with that. So seems like everything's going to be all right as far as, but they got to do plans and stuff like that.
Yeah. So more to come on that.
Come through you guys.
Along that route, something I brought up a couple months back, kind of unsolicited offers we've received for quite some time, for a number of years, from these financial companies that basically want to buy these leases, these long-term leases, and give you, and write a check for the municipality. We brought this up. I think the last offer we had talked about was something like over $1 million. It was like 1.1 million. A different company reached out to Scott recently, same deal basically, but they offer different structures, a one-time payout, annual payouts over 5 or 10 years. I think the 10-year payout total was something like $2.8 million, which is obviously a lot of money. So it hasn't gone any further than just that email, but I wanted to just tell the board again because it is, it's an interesting discussion point at the very least. It could go for a lot of things, help with the wastewater treatment plant, all sorts of projects that could
It's a
use.
lease. It's a lease.
They basically buy the leases and they give whoever owns those assets a check, either a one-time check or a check every year for 5 years or a check every year for 10 years. You can structure it in different ways. If it's a longer period, like a 10-year, it's going to be more money for the recipient. If it was a one-time payout, it's going to be less, but it's going to be all upfront. So there's different ways to structure it, I guess. But
We have to look at the structures.
and they could probably
What's
structure.
the longest time period in the
I
leases?
think the one just in the email was 10 years.
Okay, alright.
It was like 2.8 million over 10 years.
Oh.
So think about it. It's an interesting proposal.
What's the name of the company? That one's
That one was Scott. You remember offhand? Everest Infrastructure Partners, I
That
think.
sounds about right.
They're out of Pittsburgh. I haven't spoken to anyone in person at all.
They reached out to me through email, so I had them to talk to you directly.
Yeah.
Called the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they left a message. I
You
haven't,
may- you
I haven't-
may-
I haven't called them back. I wanted to let the board know
What are the downsides?
The downside is
They sell all our information.
no, not even. The downside is we don't have that, $70,000 a year rent after whatever the time period is. So that's a good source of revenue for us that we book and anticipate every year on an annual basis. And we get it all up front, a lot more up front, but then, when we're all gone off the board, they're not gonna get those annual payments. That's the downside. It's really the only downside. If in 10 years there's some new technology where the towers are not even useful anymore, then we make out. We got a lot of money,
Which
They
could
don't
quite
need them
possibly
anymore.
be, you know.
Okay.
so think about it. Let me know if you guys have any ideas there. Okay, thank you, Scott. Let's see. Sarah's not here. Not much going on from a building. Got some good revenue this past month. $2,800, great. There's a planning and ZBA meeting this month, as I recall. So there's some activity there. Here's the bank balances. Tax season just ended. That's really the major thing that Sarah wanted me to mention. Bank reps completed through October, completed and submitted CHIPS docs for the money we received from New York State for road work. Handicap parking spot was submitted to New York State. We're starting to work on the reorg meeting in January. That's tentative on 1/7. Again, tax season's wrapped up, so you can't pay your taxes anymore if you're late. The unpaid list goes to Dutchess County, and then they assess your taxes. We also completed and submitted the $600,000 ban docs for the wastewater treatment plant. So we rolled over it for another year, hoping we receive the EFC funding in the next couple months, in which case we can pay off that ban and only have a couple months of interest to pay off. But we had to do that. So we worked with bond counsel on that. That's pretty much it on that front. Before we get to there, as a reminder from last month, we talked about the procurement policy, adjusting the procurement policy for soliciting bids and things like that. We said that we would revisit this month. Any other questions about that? Are we ready to vote on that?
Yep, it's a lot more reasonable now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we accept the amended procurement policy. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yeah,
Aye.
aye.
Thank you. Sarah will be happy.
Makes our lives easier. We'll
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
be chasing somebody down
Right.
for a $500 bill, you know?
All right, and as promised for this month too, we're having a public hearing for the village's contract with Cablevision. And then we're gonna have a vote on the resolution itself. We have Frank Oliva from Optimum here as well. Frank, take a seat. Frank and myself and council worked, as I mentioned last month, to adjust the franchise agreement to the extent needed. So that's why we're here today. Frank, any thoughts or comments before we get started here?
Yeah, no, just thanks for having me. Happy to be here. The agreement again was negotiated. We started back in the spring. Most of the agreement is driven by the federal law, with some state law. There are some areas where the locality negotiates, which is what we did. It does provide free cable services to municipal buildings, a cable grant to the village for their access needs for the residents. It does cover the entire village. It is non-exclusive, so there are, there is the ability for any other provider to come in and negotiate with the village to have a cable franchise. So it's not a monopoly, which I know some people may think it is, but it's not. The franchise itself does describe the technical capabilities of our system, where we're built, how we have to build, and the density requirements for the build. So happy to answer any questions if there are any comments. Respond to.
I'm gonna make a motion to open the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
Public hearing is now open. Any
Will you
questions?
just run through, so are you building something? You're not building
No.
something? We're
fully built
renewing, essentially renewing the agreement that we already have.
That's right. So the last agreement was passed by the village board of trustees June of 2015.
Right, I see that.
Certified.
And it's gonna lapse.
Right.
In
It'll
December.
expire in December.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
correct.
Okay.
It's largely a continuation. We did make some upgrades, like I said, providing a grant to the village. We made some technical changes on the legal side as it relates to some indemnification language and some restoration of property if we were to do any construction on the network that would create any kind of disruption of property. Obviously, we would follow the rules of the village, but there's also some time requirements that our team would be bound to. Those are really the main items that we discussed.
What kind of equipment do you have in the village?
I have to double check if we have any ground mounted furniture. Most of our furniture is attached to the poles. We have pole attachment
Right.
agreements with the utility companies. We don't own any poles, and we're typically second from the top.
Okay.
Usually the top is electric,
Primary,
then
yeah.
us, then telephone.
So if a tree goes down or a pole gets hit by a vehicle or something, Central Hudson comes out,
Correct.
fixes the pole, and then you guys come out and get the cable service.
That's
back.
right. In an emergency situation, we'll have to wait until Central Hudson provides us with the all clear because, as you can imagine, our wires are supported by guy wires, which can be electrified, so we have to wait until they give us the all clear from a safety perspective. If it's just a pole transfer, we use the engine system, which is a joint database that the utilities and pole owners use to try and manage the next to go pecking order.
Any questions? Thank you,
Yeah.
Leah.
I also wanted to mention, so the village does get the maximum allowable franchise fee percentage. It's a percentage established by federal government. The maximum is 5% of gross revenue within the service area. So all of our subscribers in the village.
Sounds good?
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
Public hearing is now closed. So we will, we'll turn to resolution 2025-010, and I'll just kind of run through it here. Basically, Frank kind of said a lot of it. So this is authorizing the Village of Millbrook to renew a cable franchise agreement with Cablevision Systems Dutchess Corporation to operate a cable system in the Village of Millbrook. The Village of Millbrook is a franchising authority in accordance with Title VI of the Communications Act, authorized to grant one or more non-inclusive cable television franchises pursuant to Article 11 of the New York Public Service Law, etc. The Village executed a franchise agreement with Cablevision Systems Dutchess back in 2015, made effective and confirmed by the New York State Public Service Commission September of 2015 as well for a term of 10 years. The current franchise agreement expires in December 3rd this year. Franchisee has submitted a proposed franchise renewal agreement to continue operating a system within the village. We have agreed mutually to the terms of said franchise renewal agreement. The village has determined that the franchisee is and has been in substantial compliance with all terms, provisions of its existing franchises and applicable law. The village has determined that the franchisee has the requisite legal, technical, and financial capabilities to operate a cable system within the city, village, and the franchisees' proposals for renewal of the franchises meet the cable-related needs of the community.
So, pardon me, just interrupting for a second, so this is another 10-year,
Correct.
okay,
That's correct.
10-year terms.
Yeah.
We just had a public hearing, great. And the village board determines that it is in the best interest of the public to award the franchise renewal agreement to the franchisee. And further resolve that the village board of trustees hereby authorizes the mayor to enter into the franchise renewal agreement with Cablevision Systems Dutchess Corporation and to execute any other documents necessary to effectuate the granting of the franchise renewal on behalf of the village. I'll make a motion that we adopt this resolution. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Okay, Mayor Doro, aye. Deputy Mayor Murphy.
Aye.
Trustee Buckland.
aye.
Trustee Lawson.
Aye.
Trustee Sochi is absent. Thank you. The resolution was thereupon declared adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you.
I'll leave my cards in case anybody needs to get in touch with me.
Thank you.
I gotta call Osborn, I know.
Oh,
Yeah. Frank's the guy.
Send me an email or a call. I'm happy to help, obviously. I'm a lawyer. I'm if you have technical questions, send me an email. I'll get them to the smart people.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you.
Thank
Very much for your time. Have a great evening.
Safe travels
Thank you
back.
very much.
Okay. There's no public here, so board member updates. Trustee Buckland.
So the Shade Tree Committee is actually meeting on Sunday, so we haven't had a meeting in the last month, so I don't have any updates on that.
Okay.
I did go to that Millbrook Listens meeting, Chris
Thank you.
Wilson.
Thank you.
They are hosting a lunch
Yep.
for some prominent members of our community, village, and town.
Yep.
On the 22nd of November. I'm not sure exactly where that's going to be.
It's like Grace.
I think it's at Grace.
Very
And
small.
yeah, okay. I thought they were going to try to get it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And I believe I would be attending that. I thought at one point it was going to be during the week, but I think it's that Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's a Saturday.
And yeah, I'm gonna go to their next meeting, which is Monday. I'm still a little vague
You and everybody else.
as to
I
what
wouldn't-
that whole thing is. Okay, and there's some very colorful people involved with that,
Sounds right.
which is also
Millbrook Listens.
yeah, which is also great. So they compiled all of the, so at Community Day, remember he was
Yeah.
walking
I
around with
saw
some
it.
other people,
Yeah.
and they had their like suggestion boxes.
Right.
So people put in suggestions. They compiled all of that information, everything that everybody suggested, from dog park, skate park, swimming pool, you name it. People suggested it. Fixing the sidewalks. I was like, oh, we're doing that. Well, not fast enough was the answer that I got.
Won't tax you.
I was like, and we can get a grant for that. And I was like, okay, if you want to get a grant for that, that would be great.
Yep.
So again, there's some energy there. There's some willingness to do some interesting projects. I think, from my point of view, at this moment, it seems like a win for us to be. Again, I'll obviously continue to give you feedback on what's going on with that, and I'm sure you're in touch with Chris as well.
Yep.
There's some great stuff going on. Separate from that, the library had that incredible art show.
Salon.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you have wandered through there, but
Yeah.
that was, so they had Sharon Bates, who's not connected to the Millbrook Listens thing, but it is loosely connected because, again, it's village stuff. It's making the village feel like, a real community. And all kinds of people have pieces hanging
Yeah.
in there. Marlene Weber has one, her husband Mark has
Oh,
one.
really?
Ariana Salvato has a piece, Kristen Stroop has a piece in there. I mean, there's everything from little kids' drawings on lined paper of monsters to this incredible, horse sculpture.
Yeah.
The breadth of talent of people in the village It was wonderful, and again, I think that there is some momentum between Millbrook Listens and between some of the things that are going on at the library. Unclear what's going on with the Thorn building, I don't know if you have any insight into that.
You know,
Seems to be in limbo,
Yeah.
to say the least. But yeah, so no, I think, and a shade tree, it's we're in dormancy, I think is where we're at.
Yeah, well, so are all other trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the library is between that and a lot of those other stuff they've had recently. I think is
Historical society stuff,
that. I mean, just some really cool stuff for the community. Really building a sense of community. To your point, I don't know anything about the Thorn building either. One concern I think that a lot of people have is if and when the Thorn building gets going, that it might kind of
Eclipse.
eclipse,
Yeah.
steal, cross over with a lot of the programming the libraries offer.
My understanding when I went to Oakley's talk about that, no, that was a while ago, it seemed that the Thorn building was going to be a little bit more, let's just say, upscale. Like if you were going to have an event there, you were going to pay to have an event.
Yeah.
Right? They were looking to get a little bit more sort of sophistication, which is fine and good. I think I hope that we can do both things. Yes, and
Me
we
too.
can have the library. We can make the library again, and hopefully between now and whenever that gets up and running, the library, because the people who are involved in the board there and who are working there day in and day out really have created a nice niche for themselves in the community, and hopefully, we can continue to work to support them.
Yep. Agreed. Is that it?
That's it for me. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Trustee Lawson, anything going on?
Yeah, met with another electrician. I'm forever trying to get LED lights all in here and on our ornamental street lamp.
I can recommend a good one to you too.
Okay.
Another one.
So I met with him, and he is the first person that said, yes, I can do the lights, I can replace the LEDs. A couple people said, no, we can't do it, you need something. He's like, no, we can do that with a ladder. I'm like, okay. So he's gonna look through here again just to make sure. I gave him numbers of how many lights and what we want, and we wanna keep the fixtures, we just wanna keep it. All we wanna do is change the LED lights so that we have electricity bills that are cheaper now. Just get the electric bill down. That's really my goal for that. So he's gonna come back. I spoke to Ethan. He's going to mark the ones that are already done so that the electrician can come, look at what the 3 LED lights that we have out of the 30 posts that we have, to continue the work the way that was done so that it's
uniform.
Yeah, it's uniform. And then I was talking to Ethan because apparently it's very obvious that there are some parts and bits that are missing or some lamps that have been hit, right? And so he says, we're buying the parts and we're, kind of getting, so I'm trying to figure out with my electrician, he says, do you want me to do repairs for what, he goes, because, that's missing that and that's missing that, do you want me to put that in? So I'm trying to figure out if we just want him to do the LED lights or, and then he said, well, talk to you to see do you know what's going on with buying the bits to repair?
I don't. All I know is I remember when I was on the board, some of those ornamental posts were just a constant problem.
Yeah.
Everything was breaking all the time. Schultz had
The
to
top.
dig it out, and I don't know the technical specifics, but
Right.
to your point, if there's a solution that involves replacing them or doing something once as opposed to keep doing stuff all over, I think that's an interesting solution.
Because, he's willing to do whatever it needs to be done. He just doesn't know if, someone's going to get the parts or if there's some specific
I don't know
ones
who
to make
would
them,
get the parts.
or
even wear.
making them uniform looking in some capacity. It's going to be hard.
I think you should ask him to put together
A proposal.
No, he's going to do an estimate. He's going to do estimate on the light bulbs and then estimate on the fixing. So anyway,
Okay.
it was hissing down rain, of course, on the day we were doing this. So anyway, so we kind of cut it short, but he says he just wants to come back and look a little bit closer. But he did
Sounds
come
good.
and look at it and said, yes, he's willing to do the lights. And Ethan is going to mark what LED lights were already done. And so we have it narrowed down there, and then we'll have to figure out about parts and bits, and maybe he'll know, maybe this electrician will be able to, it's a family business, they've been around for years, so hopefully they have the expertise.
And they're local-ish.
They're local-ish, yeah,
Good.
yeah, they're like Rhinebeck area.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's the name?
yeah. Breinhoff, Kenneth Breinhoff.
Okay.
And he
I
is,
know. I know the last name.
yeah, and so they're, yeah. It, you know, he took it over, he's the younger generation there.
DS Electric too is very good.
DS Electric,
Very good, Dave Stewart.
okay,
Mhm.
I'll put it
Sure.
in, because if he runs into something, but also he'll wanna just look at these lights, see what these are going on. What we do need to do though, is get into the police one, because last time when I tried to do it, it was all locked up.
What
Couldn't
do you
get,
need to do?
to look at the light fixtures in your office, in the
Sure.
police department office.
Yeah.
Do the girls, if you're not here, or if no one's
The
here,
mayor has a key in my office.
you have the key?
Right.
Yeah, I gave it to Tim, so it's someone, might be someone in your office.
Oh,
Mm.
news to me, but I'll go on a treasure. I'll go on a treasure hunt.
So if I can get a hold of that key, because that was the one place that we couldn't get into to figure out what kind of.
Or let chief know when
Yeah.
you're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right,
We'll get you in there
That
somehow.
One way or another.
okay.
I'd like to make a comment about something that came to light during Halloween. I know in some villages, they have overhead intersection lighting.
Uh-huh.
And one thing I noticed standing out there in that corner is that intersection is very dark for pedestrians who are crossing in all four directions.
Where are we talking?
Church in Maine.
Church and
Franklin.
Franklin.
The light?
Yeah,
Oh, is
and
it?
it's, to me, I think it's a safety concern.
Yeah.
So maybe if we could just at least look at that and see if there's an overhead light. They do make them where they string from corner to corner, they actually sit directly center over the intersection, project light over the entire, all four crosswalks,
Mm.
just to make it safer for people crossing.
I think the entire village is pretty dark.
Dark.
It is pretty dark.
Yeah, I
Well,
Those
know.
lights
Halloween
are
is
great.
always scary.
Those lights are great.
I think, that's a good point, because I feel like, and that doesn't really bother me, but
No,
it does, they're not very effective.
it's also not welcoming.
it's-
Sometimes when you have like a nice welcoming lighting.
Well,
it's
that's what's so nice
nice.
when they put the Christmas
Yeah.
trees up, right? It
Yeah.
just,
Right,
it
'cause
just
it
brightens
lights
it up.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you're
maybe,
saying Church and Franklin intersection, those four, that little intersection, where else is it dark that we
I
think?
think anywhere where
Any
there's,
intersection
I
up
just
here as
find it-
well.
amusing because I've been to 20 plus years of this, and it was always there's too much.
it's too bright.
Too much
Yeah,
light.
no.
Someone will
Yeah.
complain about either whatever we
Yeah, whatever we
do,
do.
100%.
I just find it funny because it had been like 10 years ago. I heard the whole thing with these new lights, and it was they're too bright.
I think the
And now
street
here it's
lights
too dark.
probably historically,
You've
like,
outlasted all of us, guys.
Yes, I am.
The pendulum swings
Yeah.
the other way.
All right, so, okay, I will,
but
I
ask
will
him
ask
for
him
a
and
couple
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
ideas,
Yeah,
suggestions,
right,
something,
right,
a couple different plans we can look at maybe.
Yeah, then we could do, I mean, it's probably gonna be more than our new procurement, so we could probably get some pricing too.
Yeah.
Get someone to match, you know?
yeah, I mean,
Probably wants to get
I already have a couple numbers, so I'll know, like,
close.
where,
yeah.
if it's close or if it's just outrageously disparagingly, you know, and then, you know, something's like really cheap, we'd be like, okay, what's this thing here? You know what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah, so I've I'm in that process.
Cool.
It's a little slow.
No, it's
And,
okay.
you know,
We
he
got
calls
time.
me and I'm like, can you meet in August? He's like, yeah, well, I got my kid and he's got soccer and I'm gonna go away for vacation. So that's how it's been. But, you know, I'm keeping at it.
Okay,
You got 4 years.
cool.
I got 4 years.
30 years. 3 more years.
Last day of the office, I'll turn them on.
That's why they say the wheels of,
I know.
Indeed we do.
Anyway, I'm on it,
Okay, cool.
even though it doesn't look like
Deputy Mayor Murphy, anything going on?
Okay.
something that you don't know about.
Okay.
It's what we've already talked about.
Okay.
We got a little meeting over with Tom Harvey with Rennie Engineering to go over the sidewalks again
On Friday.
on Friday. Yep.
Yep.
I have a local community member coming with us to hopefully get some ideas from.
A little more to report
Yeah.
next month, I think. But again, the plan is to, I think, kind of finalize what we want to do in the next couple months, how much we want to spend. Out of pocket, basically, the grant is $125,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have to come up with something, obviously.
Mhm.
How much more than that is kind of up for us to talk about, and then finalize the plans by the winter, and then be ready to go to bid in the spring with construction for next year, the summer, let's say.
Yeah. You sign up again or whatever.
Whoever.
Yeah.
So that's the plan there. But we'll have more information, I think, after Friday, hopefully. Just from my end, in terms of the gym, so the gym is now open for pickleball during the week.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's already being used, which is great.
What days is pickleball?
Pickleball is any Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. You can sign up through the town rec. Basically, anytime the girls are here. It's kind of like we were discussing it. We were discussing it last month. Using it more. So this is kind of like a pilot kind of program.
So the heat is on.
I turned the heat up a little bit. So one thing that I never even thought of, which there's probably was bad for the last couple of years. It's a really nice gym floor in there.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to, supposedly, this is what I heard, you're not supposed to have big wild swings of that kind of hardwood floors. It's bad for it, warps, whatever. So that's been bad, I'm assuming, which is why there's probably some spots that are,
Oh, heat swings, temperature swings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
keep it.
So-
right.
Pickleball swings. What are we talking
Yeah, heat swings. So I raised the temperature a little bit just for the pickleball players, and I think just to keep it more steady.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
even if
That
it
makes
costs
that
us,
makes sense.
even if it costs a little more money, I'm okay with that. I hope everybody else is too. I think, as we've all talked about, I think it's a really good asset in the community, and utilizing it slowly at first, and hopefully more in the future.
Yeah. No, and I really do. I'm gonna plan some kind of.
Wait, just wait. I have something for you. So pickleball's open for the next 2 months. Basically, we'll see what happens after that. But I also received an email today, or maybe earlier this week, Julia, from the Millbrook, from June in the Millbrook Arts Group. They are proposing a all ages dance.
Yeah, I love it.
Community all ages dance. Let's see, sometime in February, I believe. Friday, February 27th. There was proposed date. I said any Friday is fine. Really,
Yeah. Okay.
from
So
our
like
end.
a winter ball kind
a
of.
winter
snowball
dance.
February.
5 to 7:30. Local DJ with lights, free, all ages.
Great.
June, a bunch of people.
June
Courtney,
Glasson.
Yeah. Courtney is on the committee too. Kate is as well.
Yeah.
What committee
Hey,
is
that's
this?
great. If it's coming
Just
from
this
them,
dance.
that's
That's nice.
fabulous.
Yeah, they'll do it.
And then we get
Once
the
it-
ball rolling.
Yeah.
Learn
See
about
who
it, use
see
it.
who shows up.
They're covering the insurance.
Love
I proposed maybe they asked if we need any funds to use it. I said maybe just like a
Clean
community
fee.
donation
Yeah,
kind of
good
thing,
donation,
maybe like
yeah.
$5 a person.
Yeah.
If you have it, if you don't, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Winter shoes. I think we should try to keep marking shoes off the floor. So I said sneakers or
Black soul shoes.
Yeah, no
the
black
opposite of black soled shoes.
Yeah. Socks.
So they don't mark. We have chairs. We have a handicap accessible bathroom. So yeah, it should be. So
Yeah,
reach
no,
out
that's
to June
great.
if you want.
Okay.
You know,
And why don't have you already replied to her?
I replied a little bit, but
Okay, if you are in touch with her again, ask her to tell her I can be her point person if she wants on that. Start purchasing my twinkle lights.
There you go. You said it's up Monday through Friday night.
Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. Some people are already using it. You know, it is run through the town rec, so people are paying, so we'll get a little bit of
Okay.
money for it. Again, it's the
Just
same
pay-
thing,
just
it's
pay
like,
for the heat.
if you don't, you know, if people just walk in, like, no one's gonna stop them. So,
Right.
again, like, having some use, I think, is great. If we can't operate a gym in our village hall, then we got bigger problems,
Yeah.
I think, so, so that's happening. And then, in terms of the village hall, some other things I've been thinking about from an energy perspective that someone mentioned to me. So obviously it's not insulated, so all the heat just leaves.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
in the
really?
winter. So one thing I saw, and I saw it in an old email of Tim's just today, they had proposed putting, and somebody mentioned to me recently, putting those big kind of
Yeah, fans.
fans to keep the heat down.
Oh, right,
That's something your electrician guy could do.
So
yeah,
maybe that is something that we should look at.
okay,
Um,
yeah, cause the more work it throws away, I think that would be a good relationship.
I think at some point, if we continue to use the gym more, I think maybe the spray foam or some sort of
Yeah.
insulation
Yeah.
is
You would
probably
almost,
needed.
when it comes to that, I would almost think we should have like a plan of what we're gonna do instead of like
Yeah,
band-aiding
no, I-
it with
I-
fans
yeah, we
and
should
like,
do
you
a-
know,
a
because sometimes
forward-
you gotta spray insulation before you have electric run
Yeah.
out there for fans, you know, that's gotta all be in place
Yeah.
already. So we have to have like a little bit of an idea of what we wanna do,
Yeah.
you know?
So
Because you mentioned also a renovation
Yeah.
at some point. I mean, and again,
needs
that's
it.
gonna be, it does need
It
it.
needs it.
And that's something that, again, if we can get people using it,
Mm.
and we can, you know, we can have posters or whatever
Look what
that
this
say,
could be.
use the village hall so that we can renovate the village hall.
Yeah, that's a good
You
idea. I
know, a
like
means
that.
to an end.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Use it or we're gonna lose it.
So,
I wanted-
so what you're saying is the whole insulation thing, like, do you want me to look into spray insulation?
No, I think we're gonna,
Come
we
up
need,
with a plan.
we need to come up with
An
if we're
idea,
gonna
like
do,
a
if we're
way
gonna,
out.
instead of
There's
just doing
steps.
piecemeal
You
things,
can't
Okay.
just
like do
piecemeal
we,
it.
yeah, we need
There's
to have,
processes and
yeah, we need to
construction
have
you
a-
follow before you just jump
yeah.
the fan.
yeah,
But as far as
That's-
just changing these light bulbs, that's not going to.
No, I
that's
don't
fine,
think
and I think
that's-
maybe
Interrupt
putting the fans.
No, that's not gonna do it.
Fans also, that wouldn't be part of renovation, that would be that
later
would be
project.
just an energy efficiency thing. So he can look at that as well.
yeah,
Okay, alright,
But I think you're right, I think we need,
so I'll just bring that up to him, those two things.
Okay.
maybe I'll bring Sean over and see what he thinks about
Sean.
Sean Foley, that's restoration and renovation, and just say,
Yeah.
give me an idea,
Oh,
like,
well,
where would you start?
right.
Yeah.
What would your 5 steps be?
Yeah,
First do this, then do this, then do this, so that long term, we hold on to that and
Right.
we make it better. And if we get solar panels down there, maybe we could also,
I think it probably needs a new roof, is what you
Right.
think.
Yeah.
right, and
So-
then
Yeah.
put them up there as well.
It's nice too, cause it's a tall building, you
Yeah.
can't see the panels.
That's a
No,
lot.
you
Yeah, there's a
won't,
lot
and
of-
there aren't,
lot of
there's not a lot of,
trees. Yeah.
shade on, yeah.
It's a good thought.
All of that's great. And so one reason why I wanted to kind of start using it again, just to have some use, is because there's so many other grants
Mhm.
open,
Right,
but you need to be like using it, right? So
Oh, I
working with
see.
the rep,
Okay,
like
all right.
having it
Yeah.
open,
Having
helps
events
us
that we
to
can
get
say, point
access.
Oh, it's a senior citizen.
Right.
center.
No,
Do we
senior
know,
living.
do we know, are they is the Millbrook Arts Group or anybody planning to do the first night thing in the village?
New
New
Year's
Year's
thing?
Eve, yeah.
I think they're planning it. I haven't heard anything about needing the village hall, I don't think.
It's
But
just-
yeah, I think, I don't know, but I think they are planning something.
Because remember the first thing we had was that puppet show thing.
That was in the spring.
In the spring,
Yeah.
yeah.
No problem. I would think I'll talk to June about that too, or you
Okay.
can. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, I think that's having a more macro plan for the gym. I think that's a great idea.
Mhm.
Getting a sense from a professional where to start is good.
I'll get it.
It needs stucco work on the outside, it needs to
Yeah.
be painted, you know, like it's
Yeah,
windows.
this is a
That
big.
whole,
We
that's
could
all like single pane glass.
spend a lot of money just on the village.
Yeah,
hall.
but again, as you say, but if we can get grants to
Yeah.
do it,
But
why not?
No,
And put our
totally.
local people to work and make it, that's something that we can all leave
oh
behind.
yeah,
Yeah.
Which
also
would be great.
it's kind of our job to not let this place fall apart.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so if you can get that ball rolling a little bit, Julia, that would be great.
You're gonna have Sean Foley come in?
I think that's it for
He's
me.
left Thorndale, so he's got time.
Oh, he did, really? He was there for a long time.
47 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go work for Paul Redmond.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Doing this, basically helping people figure out, like, if you're gonna buy a house, what do you need to do? Or if you're gonna sell a house,
Yeah.
what do you need to do?
Oh, wow.
You know,
Sounds like the right man for the job.
he knows a lot of stuff.
That is it for me. Anything else from anyone?
I'm good.
The next meeting is. That is. Just make sure I didn't get. All right, thank you all. I'll make a motion to close. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Meeting is over.